I think the kids did a real good job of executing the plan, and those guys, Stanford came out and did some, had a little more wide open, and we had to kind of get adjusted to it.
Yeah. What were you expecting out of them on that fourth down that Derek ended up getting the deflection on? It was I think their third drive. It was like 4th and 3 from the 24 or so.
Was expecting either run to the other side or sprint out. We were just trying to get some pressure on them. We were trying to force the issue and get some pressure up the field.
At that point, it looked like they were wanting to throw away the trading field goals and looked like they were trying to move upfield for a touchdown. Just significance-wise, how important was that stopping them there?
One of the things that we face a lot of fourth downs. A lot of times people go fourth down a lot, and so anytime we can stop them is huge. It's like almost like a takeaway. And so I think at that point in the game, they're down in the red zone, and we were able to stop them, get off the field, get the ball back for offense. I thought it was really big.
You talked this week about pad level being a big key. Talked to Coach Jason. He said he thought the pad level, especially on the defensive line, was where it needed to be for most of the game. How would you assess that?
I think overall up front, we played with good pad level. We missed a few tackles, but I think we kind of contained the run pretty well. So I think overall, we did a pretty good job in that category.
Coach Eric Dargan has another big game tonight for you guys. Is his play kind of inspiring for the defense?
Who's that?
Eric Dargan. Yeah. Is his play inspiring for the defense coming out of a big game against Michigan State, a big game against Stanford? He kind of seems to be the go-to guy when they need him.
The nice thing about Eric Dargan is he makes timely plays, and we need him. And so tonight was kind of what he's been doing at practice and on the field at different times. But anytime you can get those type of plays, big interception, a fumble recovery, it zaps the other team. It steals momentum. And so those plays are big. 1, you get the turnover. 2, you get off the field. And 3, you get momentum for your offense. So they're big plays.
Do you feel you could get that from anybody on your defensive staff? I mean, you guys got guys like Tony Washington came up with a fumble recovery. He's had some big plays this season. Do you feel like there's impact guys all over the place there?
I think we have some guys. I think we have some playmakers. I think we've at times made the plays. At times we've let some of the plays get away. We're hopeful that down the stretch we make a lot more of those plays.
Don, I remember your introductory press conference. You said you wanted to push the pile against Stanford when they came in. How'd you feel like you guys did?
I think we did well. I think there were some plays that we didn't adjust well to, and they got some yards. But overall, I think we held our ground up front. I think we did. We'll have to watch the film and analyze it. But just from the sideline, I think we did a pretty good job.
What is it about Eric that he has making not just creating turnovers, but at key times as well?
God, he's just blessed with that sense of being around the ball and making plays. Some guys it just happens. Some guys it never happens for them. But Eric has been blessed to make those types of plays.
When you stopped him on field goals, the first 2 might have been more than 50 possessions, but the first 2 scores were field goals. Did you know that you kind of had things going a little bit defensively?
When we were able to stop them, we felt, we obviously did not want them to score, but we felt good about the stops because early in the game you don't know what you're going to get, and so they're running some different things at us, and it's good to get our footing stopped, and then kind of adjust the game plan and try to stop them a little farther away from the goal line.
I was curious watching that game, Don, because they kept trying to run the ball, which worked the last 2 years, but.
I think when that happens, it can work to our advantage. From the standpoint, when we get some points, if you're an offense that's slowing it down and the other team's scoring, it kind of forces their hand a little bit.
When did it get fun for you tonight? When did you take a deep breath and exhale?
29 seconds on the clock. I had DeForest Buckner came over and tried to give me a hug, and I told him no, not yet. And then I obviously gave him a big hug. But, right down to the end, when it gets, for me, I can't relax this over.
Don, when you guys played in the first half from a physical standpoint, what does that do confidence-wise for the rest of the game and maybe for other games?
I think what that does for our players is that we've been progressively getting better at different aspects of our game, and I think today it goes a long way to show us that if we practice the right way and we concentrate and focus, we can play better run defense.
Sorry if you've been asked this before, just kind of your little age, but Derek's fourth down when he tipped that pass, just kind of momentum seemed to shift with that play in some ways. He needed that touchdown. Was there a shift in emotion, or did you feel something change after that? That you knew you had to force their hand the rest of the way to score touchdowns?
No, I didn't. We didn't think about it that way. We were thinking the other way. We're going, if they score, they're going to get some, they're going to get some momentum. So the stop for us was, we're off the field, we got the ball back for our offense. A fourth down stop in some ways is almost like a turnover. It's a turnover on down. But then we were excited about, hey, we got off the field, they didn't get any points, they didn't get a field goal, they didn't get anything, and that's where our mindset was.